Ah, so you guys do like each other. Well, I just took the radiator cap off and it was still holding pressure from last night, so that's good. It's always a good sign. We got our wideband in there. It's been in there for a little over a week now. We've got our carb pretty well dialed in. Not perfect yet. So basically it's a Quick Fuel 600 CFM Slayer. Everything in its stock except I have the stiffest or next to stiffest secondary spring in it. I converted it to dual feeds, really easy to do because these are set up to run the feed line into either side of the bowl, so you can just order another line kit. So the transfer tube is really obsolete, but I tried running a 50cc accelerator pump, but the arm hit right here, so I ordered a accelerator pump cam kit, so maybe we can get a little bit more pump shot sooner because it wants to go lean and backfire under high load, low speed situation. So we need more pump shot early. I ordered a couple bigger accelerator pump nozzles. This is stock 31,000, so I ordered 35 and 37. Right now we have the stock 74 secondary main jets and 67 primary main jets over the stock 66. As you can see, chokes removed. Got our vent extensions. I'd still consider it stock. The quick change top on the secondary housing is really nice to have, but again, it doesn't really affect the operation of it. And in the primary metering block, we have a 8.5 power valve versus the stock 6.5. I think I'm going to try the 6.5. Overall, runs great running down the road. Tip in's a little bit lean. Wide open throttle, fat. I think we've got a little bit of an exhaust leak somewhere. It's not showing on the wideband, but it's got a crackle to it. So I think we're going to go to headers anyways, because not only is it hitting the valve cover IC, but I can see it's hitting the head. So whether or not that's causing enough of an issue running to worry about it or not isn't really my concern. It's just burning my valve cover gaskets to nothing, and then it leaks oil. And it's just, nobody likes oil leaks. They make everything disgusting. I think as a result of the size of the camshaft, I found the best results setting the idle mixture around 13.5 to 1 air fuel. This produced about 15 inches of manifold vacuum. If you set it around 14.7, you actually ended up with a little bit less vacuum. And with that setup, you end up cruising down the road at about 16 to 1 air fuel ratio. And that doesn't give you any noticeable pinging or surging. So as soon as you tip in it, it fattens up like it should. So we're going to stick with that for now. Which brings up the point, give the engine what it wants, not what you think it wants. Like there, don't set the air fuel necessarily at 14.7 for idle. As we found, we got better manifold vacuum and it ran better with the idle mixture around 13.5. Again, you would think it wants 14.7 cruising down the road, but as we found, with it being as lean as 16 to 1 air fuel, it didn't ping, so leave it alone. Give the engine what it wants, not what you think it wants. You'd actually be surprised how much you can lean something out. A modern vehicle with fuel injection doesn't necessarily lean something out as much as it possibly can. Because when you're concerned with emissions, when you run something dead lean, or as close to dead lean as you can get away with, I should say, you end up producing a lot of oxides of nitrogen, especially in a high compression engine. They don't necessarily run it as lean as possible because that creates the oxides of nitrogen in the combustion chamber. They run it a little bit fatter than that, burn up the extra fuel at the cat. Make sense? So overall, the AEM wideband is money well spent. Would recommend. Hi Blue, and we'll see you later.